I am here at the dentist's office today in the waiting room. It reminds me of a book I wrote, The 12 Seats in God's Waiting Room. And we don't like to sit in the waiting room. We don't like to wait. We get impatient. We get up. We get frustrated. We lose our turn. And I want to encourage you today, if you find yourself in God's waiting room, don't give up your seat. Don't get impatient and give up. Sometimes you're waiting for a breakthrough. You're waiting for God to answer your prayers. You're waiting for a job, waiting for love, waiting for healing, waiting for customers. And I want to encourage you today, if you are in the waiting room, don't give up. Don't lose your seat. In my book, The 12 Seats in God's Waiting Room, I describe the different seats. And I don't know which seat you're in today, but I want to encourage you today to visualize yourself in God's waiting room, and you will not get up. You will not get frustrated. You will hold on, and you'll remember God's word in Galatians 6:9. Be not weary in your well-doing, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you don't give up. Pray for me, family. I'm at the dentist today, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and I'm anticipating what it's going to feel like. And sometimes we're afraid. Sometimes we're full of fear. Sometimes we procrastinate and we never get to walk into our blessing. We never get to walk into healing. We never get to experience success because we allow fear to keep us from actually sitting still and waiting on God and actually moving through the fear. So I'm moving through the fear today of being at the dentist office. And I know on the other side, I will experience relief. And I want to encourage you today. Don't give up your seat in God's waiting room. There is a name. There is a file that has your name on it. God has not forsaken you. But just because God hasn't called your name out of the waiting room doesn't mean that you have been forgotten. Life is a mystery, and God's timeline is a mystery. I want to encourage you to get my book, The 12 Seats in God's Waiting Room. Because I promise you, when you read it, you'll identify which seat you're sitting in, and you'll realize that maybe you're giving up too soon. Why don't you visit my websites, donotgiveup.net and jeweldiamondtaylor.com.